Hi guys, now this is me again, Mr. Shah, and you are with me for Year 6 English language. And then now we are moving to our second lesson, which is it's going to be reading this time because before this we have covered the listening and speaking, alright? And I really hope that you can recognize me even though I have been animated totally, but you can still recognize my voice, right? This is something, really fun. Okay, so as for today, we are going to but before that, there's some of you that still haven't submit your homework. Now please do so because I'm still waiting. Alright, remember, if you do not submit your work, it's going to be a disaster. Alright, okay. And I'm sure that you don't want to unleash the titan inside me, right? So please do your work as I ask. Alright. It's very simple, okay? Right. So as for today, we are going to continue with reading skill. And before we start, I'm going to share with you our learning objective, which is just a second. Oh God. Alright, I'm here again. And our learning objective is read independently for information and enjoyment. Alright, so we have one learning objective of the day. So I'm sure that when you read, of course, you are going to find some information maybe or for enjoyment. Okay, especially for this one, the fiction, it is more on enjoyment. And I'm sure that you don't want to unleash the titan inside me, right? So please do your work as I ask. Alright, it's very simple, okay? Right, so as for today, we are going to continue with reading skill. And before we start, I'm going to share with you our learning objective, which is just a second. Oh God. Alright, I'm here again. And our learning objective is read independently for information and enjoyment. Alright, so we have one learning objective of the day. So I'm sure that when you read, of course, you are going to find some information maybe or for enjoyment. Okay, especially for this one, the fiction, it is more on enjoyment. Maybe some of you might, wondering, where is my booty? God, where is it? Okay, actually, it's just, the animation thing, so you don't have to worry, don't get scared, okay? Because I'm here, I'm not a ghost or something like that, okay? Alright, so let's continue with our lesson. Before this, now I already explained the words and vocabulary when we talk about reading, and then there's a word like genre, okay? Remember that? And also blurbs, okay? I really hope that you can get it from your textbook, okay? If you listen to this, please do have your textbook too. Alright, and as for today, we are going to learn a new word, which is fiction. Now, say after me, fiction. Alright, what is fiction? Okay, now let me explain to you the definition of fiction. Fiction is literature in the form of prose, especially novels that describes imaginary events and people. Actually, it's something is invented or untrue in real life. It actually doesn't happen in real life. The things that being designed, the story has been designed by the author of the book, and they try to bring you into something like fantasy, something like that. So that's actually fiction. So the genre of the book you have to choose for today is the fiction. Okay? Alright. And of course, I'm going to give you some examples of these fiction books. Alright. So now listen carefully. You can actually there's a lot of of these fiction books out there, but this is some of the example that you might encountered before. The first one is the Jungle Books. It is from your year 4, right? Peter Pan, Charlie's and the Chocolate Factory, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Cinderella, Rapunzel, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Gulliver's Travels, The Wizard of Oz, Akbar's Dream. These 2 books actually is for your year 6 literature, that contemporary children contemporary literature, so you can get that books later, right? And for today, of course, I want you to pick one of these books, or maybe the books that I have not mentioned here. Then you think that the book is really interests you, you can just use that book, right, and read the whole story. Understood? All right. Okay, if you already read that Jungle Books and you still have this fresh memory in your mind, if you wanna do some synopsis or some kind of like summarization of the book, it's also can, right? It doesn't have to be the new books, but it also can be the one that you had read before. So for today, please pick one book and read, and after that there will be some question on the Google Classroom. I will share the link later. I really hope that you understand the topic that we have discussed today, which is the reading skill. We are focusing on the fiction, alright? The fiction, a storybook. So you've got to pick one, read, and make a synopsis on your exercise book, alright? And the synopsis has to be in a text, which is you have to write in a paragraph, right, in your exercise book. And after that, you have to answer a few questions on Google Classroom. Sorry, not Google Classroom, Google Form, alright? So I'm gonna share that link later. So these are the 2 tasks that you have to do for today, right? So I really hope that this lesson is really meaningful and fruitful for you, so you can even perform better in this area. Alright, so if you have any problem, you can always reach me on my WhatsApp group, and then you can discuss whatever you think that you have the doubts or something like that. Just hit me, okay? Alright, so I think that's all for today, and really nice to see you guys. And after this will be our next lesson. I don't know what kind of platform that I'm going to use, but just make sure do your task, complete your task, as you have to do it, because it is just a simple task. There's no need to use a long time to complete it. And if you have any problem, you can always reach for me or ask your parents, okay? So until then, bye bye guys, I'll see you later. Alright.